Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So straight into the action.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Del Piero is firing after that one. Chance here to counter. And it's Del Piero. O'Shea. De Bruyne kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Nistelrooy cleared away, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Always onto this. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on, but it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Ronaldinho. Both sides exercising caution for now. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Hazard. Oh, good ball. He goes for a shot!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Punched away. O'Shea. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Montenegro have the chance to go the other way. Now he's running away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Chouameni. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a good foot in there. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, it's Seedorf. Hazard. And that's a throw-in. Ronaldinho. Oh, what a ball! Del Piero gets flagged offside. Vitinha gets on his bike and on the move. Montenegro are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's De Bruyne. So what can they make of this? And here's Alvarez. And here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Ferdinand gets it away. And here's Alvarez. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Bale. And here's Ronaldinho.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Seedorf. That has been knocked clear.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. De Bruyne. No, that's been intercepted. And they've got a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Now it's Del Piero. Van Dijk is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. And he's lost his man here. Shapes to shoot! It's in!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off in the defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
A moment that needed composure, and he had and that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Montenegro coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second period is underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Strokes it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Chouameni, now he's off and running. Van Nistelrooy knocks it into space. Good ball, good take. Alvarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. There they go, hunting in packs. Del Piero touches it back. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
O'Shea. And it's Ødegaard. And he's having a hit! Oh, that wasn't far away.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that's gone loose. And here's De Bruyne.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. This is the time you need that pace.
Well read, nice interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Bale. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. O'Shea is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. De Bruyne.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Varane with the clearance. Well, they've got it again. Great pressure, plenty of it. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Odegaard. Van Nistelrooy. Here's Vitinha.
Montenegro really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Varane calmly anticipates. Araujo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Great chance! And that could have brought them level.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 20. Hazard. Número 11. Bale. Número 15.
Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Número 22.
Cleared without hesitation.
Número 17. Número 19.
Montenegro really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, that is rather wayward. There's a sharp little ball here. Great ball, and can he finish? He's got away with one there. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things already rolling.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Maldini. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Del Piero. Xavi Simons. No, that's been intercepted. Pinches it off him. Chouameni. Van Nistelrooy going after that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Montenegro finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Rafael Varane. Azar. Araujo. Distributed tidily to O'Shea. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Azar, very much a man of this moment. Seedorf. And Seedorf! It's run loose, who's going to get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He just... Azar!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, well played. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Montenegro are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ronaldinho. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! Portugal have their second corner now. Chouameni is there and he can get that clear. Great ball and he's in here. Oh, that's neat. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No way through there. And now the breakaway. And it's Del Piero. Van Dijk. Ruben Dias. Vitinha is herring after that one. And he's intervened well there. Has a look and plays it forward. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Seedorf, renowned for his long-range shooting. What's going wide left? Now it's Del Piero. The referee's awarded a free kick. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, good effort! Not a bad try by any means.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Vitinha. Montenegro are still behind as we reach out. Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Alvarez is offering a wry smile there.
Chance! Deftly away. No, he's not getting his way this time. O'Shea. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Looking for the run. And this is Ronaldinho. And he's there to belt it away. Nicked it back promptly. Maldini. Tries to get it clear. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
And it's Seedorf. And here's Azar. Vitinha.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Simons. Now it's Ødegaard. Very nicely done. And the referee has blown for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
We're on the move again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
There's the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, what has happened here? Ødegaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Montenegro do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Hazard. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Defending of the desperate variety.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Shoots! And he hits the net! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Montenegro cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And this is Del Piero. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And the return pass.
Montenegro may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Del Piero. Hazard. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, played right into his path. Tries a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Alvarez is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. That pass isn't the best. Vardiol. Deftly away.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Araujo getting this one clear. Now it's Alvarez, and he's ready. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Van Nistelrooy finds himself offside.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 20. Hazard. Número 11. Bale.
And
Número
smartly
15.
reclaimed.
Ronaldinho. Número 18. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10. Número
Played
22.
out towards the right wing.
Número 24. Número
Delivers
23.
with whip.
Número 19.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Uma substituição.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Steaming shot, surely! And he thumps it clear.
Montenegro really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
That has ended up in no man's land. That's a throw. Rafael Varane. There's the crossfield ball.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Araujo proves too strong. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that's that. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, terms like genius and legend are often used, overused in football, but there is very little doubt that they do apply to this fella, the great Ronaldinho.
One of the best there's ever been, Peter, and always with a smile.
He was born with a football at his feet. Van Dijk. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Bale, real chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need...
Alvarez! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
And here's Bale. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. It's gone out for a throw-in. Ruben Dias. Ødegaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Ronaldinho. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Del Piero. Oh, it's Seedorf. He's cut it out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ødegaard. Now Ruben Dias. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. Chiellini. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And the counter is on. He's looking wide. And he's forced to go back. Alvarez, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Alvarez. De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And he's there to retrieve it. De Bruyne. Well, that looks a decent ball. And here's Bale. Del Piero. And it's hoisted clear. Chiellini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. It's gone for a throw-in. Ødegaard. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. O'Shea. That's a lovely, neat pass. Quality ball. Shifted it to the flank. Ruben Dias making good progress on the right-hand side.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It's a searching pass.
Montenegro certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Araujo, very much a man of this moment. No, that's been intercepted. And this is Del Piero. Big chance! Shoots! Oh, good finish! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Well, there's the clearance. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he get on the end of this? And he's being shifted off it. Plays it in low. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. We're on the move again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Ferdinand. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's there to get it away.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
And it's Ronaldinho. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Alvarez. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Aims beyond the defence. Oh, just to keep Alvarez! And it's in! Back to within 1! Interesting! You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Montenegro can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Montenegro cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Camavinga. Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling.
Can he finish? Oh, off the bar!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Simons.
There they go, hunting again.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 7.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Bale. Número 20. Azar. Número 15. Ronaldinho. Número 18. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10. Número 24. Número 22. Número 23. Número 19. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Mbappe. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Collier. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. He's just misjudged that one. Maldini. Nice sequence of passes, this. Xavi Simons. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bellingham, he's picked his way through. Mohamed Salah, shapes to shoot! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Spread it left, and it's Simons. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Bellingham. Salah. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao purring through the gears. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Montenegro are running out of time and out of options.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
And he is going into that little black book. He's having a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Montenegro with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Towering header! It's hit the upright. So close to drawing level.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Kola. Played into space. Kola Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Portugal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
He has a look up. He tries a shot! And no mistake! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike!
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining. And that is that. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. So what do you take away? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Del Piero gets into a good position. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance here to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Seedorf. O'Shea. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Maldini. And it's Seedorf. Ødegaard. Xavi Simons. Here's Vitinha. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams.
Xavi Simons really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Mackay gets across and deals with it. Vitinha proves too strong. Ferdinand. And it's Varane. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, that's ambitious. Hazard, very much a man of this moment. Passes short and sharp. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well. O'Shea wins the duel this time. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Mackay. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, such a clever touch. No, he's not getting past him there. Oh, that's fabulous. Lovely. And the shot! Goal! Portugal! Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's had a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's Del Piero.
Montenegro are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ødegaard. Van Nistelrooy can be a real threat inside the box. And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons running with the ball. Not the most convincing of passes. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Ruben Dias concedes a free kick for that. Seedorf, never out of the action for very long.
Portugal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Vitinha. And that is a little undercooked.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mohamed Salah. Cross in. Good read, needed to be. Now it's Alvarez. Seedorf. And it's Azar. He's found some space. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now it's Alvarez. Simons. Great vision. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And here's Alvarez. Mohamed Salah. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Alvarez. Simons. He is just caressing the ball. He has found the way through. Alvarez. And the shot! Deftly away. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Montenegro unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Away we go again.
Montenegro can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Simons. Now it's Del Piero. Mackay. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Could move up a gear here. Ødegaard. The ball's gone astray. Varane does well not to be outdone there. Azar. And it's Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Alvarez. Well, they can break here. Araujo. Montenegro still this single goal behind. And he skips past his man. Ruben Dias is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
No way through there. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival. Vitinha. Good purposeful running this.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Maldini demonstrating his defensive quality there. Just eases him off the ball. Simons. Oh, some astute defending there. Okay.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Simons. And he's managed to get free. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 7.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Número 18. Número 23. Número 21.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Nice sequence of passes, this. De Bruyne. De Bruyne unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has ended up in no man's land. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he's picked it up out wide. Camavinga making a dash for it. Camavinga with the cross. Olise! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's De Bruyne. Threads one in. That is good alertness.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Maldini. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, it's come loose. Mbappe. He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, a lot has been said about Martin Ødegaard, and some of his former coaches have mentioned the fact that he can get the ball in very small places and find solutions. And that's a rare skill which he's been able to hone on his travels, which are wide and long. Now, this is exactly what this team needs from him. Let's see if he can produce it.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a goal kick. Van Nistelrooy stood up well to him there. And he's forced to go back. Played towards the other side. Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. De Bruyne. That could spell trouble. That's a sharp pass. What's going wide left? Neymar. And a chance! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
BG Pathum United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. Van Nistelrooy.
Montenegro are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Chouameni. Couldn't squeeze it through. De Bruyne. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. De Jong, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Van Dijk makes the interception. BG Pathum United have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Vitinha did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Chouameni. Vitinha. Oh, easy pickings there. Araujo. Yaya Toure. Ball played for Rijkaard. Araujo. It's a throw-in. Good running, strong and purposeful. De Jong did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Van Dijk is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Araujo. And it's Varane. Knocks it into space. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Alvarez. Ødegaard. Great chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Ødegaard is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Platini can clear it away. Rafael Varane gets it away.
Montenegro truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
pinches it off him. Vitinha is the team's great visionary. Tries to play it through. Varane cuts it out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Neymar. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Neymar.
There will be 1 minute
Neymar
at a time.
looking for options for movement. Odegaard. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. Can he get it through? Drills one in. And that signals the end of the first period. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Montenegro trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second period is on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's De Bruyne. Threads one in, and that is expertly dealt with. Rummenigge. Toure charging forward, the ball at his feet. He came in hard, very hard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Rummenigge. Vitinha.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Vitinha. Might be danger here.
Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. He's having a pop! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Has a look and plays it forward. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, he's on his own! Takes a shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Alvarez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he can thump it away.
Substitution on the field. Number 19, Platini. Number 11, Frenkie de Jong. Number 10, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 9,
That's
Neymar.
very neat.
Coming on the field.
Now, can they get him away?
15, Bellingham.
Mateus.
Number 5, Mateus. Number 18,
Chouameni.
Bale.
And it's
Number
Camavinga.
4, Eto'o. Substitution.
Olise. Takes a Šeško! Deftly away. Gently done.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure. Turns back here, probably the best option. Buffon. And it's Rijkaard. It's an inviting looking ball, that. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking to play a decent chance! And that's in! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Montenegro cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Good ball, good take. Nice interception, well timed.
Montenegro really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's gone for a throw-in. No, he refuses to take the bait. That's a throw. Ruben Dias, always a very imposing presence at the back. Mbappe.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Araujo. Pele. And here's Mbappe. And he's been shifted
There will
off
be
it.
3 minutes added
It's
time.
really well cleared. Vardiol. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is well cleared. Tries to get it clear. And that was very necessary. And that will be the final act. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Just a quick
Well, Peter,
announcement.
this has been
CCTV is
a
now
game
in
of
operation
football, but
for
I
your
actually
safety.
found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to...
There's the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
De Jong is offering a wry smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Platini plays it short. Platini. That's going to go a long way. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level. Okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rummenigge receives it in a good position here, and he's there to get it away. Taken back almost at once. Alvarez. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Montenegro are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Wriggles his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rummenigge looking to receive it in space. And that's definitely not his best. Van Dijk. Vitinha. Platini.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And back to the keeper. Oh no, this does not look good. De Bruyne. And it's Tchouaméni. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. Just the keeper shoots! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
BG Pathum United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, easy pickings there. And the counter is on. Now it's De Bruyne. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Neymar picks it up out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vitinha tries to play it through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Araujo. Now it's De Bruyne.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Van Dijk wins the duel this time. He can run onto that. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. No, that's been intercepted. BG Pathum United couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's had a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Van Nistelrooy. Rummenigge absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
De Jong is flagged offside. That has not gone well.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the referee has blown for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Montenegro finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we get things going again.
Montenegro can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
BG Pathum United have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Stu.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And he's being shifted off it. Pele can see things others simply cannot. That has been slung wide.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And this is De Bruyne. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Araujo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
De Jong has been caught there. It's a foul. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Overhit and out of play. Chouameni. Van Nistelrooy. Alvarez running with intent. Oh, just skips past his man. And that's gone loose. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Van Nistelrooy.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Can he get on the end of this? And it's De Bruyne. Chouameni. Van Dijk with the clearance. It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 9, Neymar. Number 22, Platini. Coming on the field, number 4, Eto'o.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Chiellini getting this one clear. Nice looking ball. Chips it through. Mbappe finding himself in space. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. That'll be a throw-in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Just about up to 75 minutes. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi Simons. Šeško. Well seen. Saw that coming.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Mbappe! Foot in. Araujo, a player who needs no introduction.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Varane.
Chiellini.
Number 11,
Claudio. Now he's off and running.
Coming on the field, number 2.
Defending was strong and firm.
Number 6, Conte.
Tries to pass it through. So, and the finish! That has been knocked clear.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Oh, such a clever touch.
2 added minutes has been
Well, that
indicated.
tackle was certainly sturdy. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Ronaldinho taking charge of the dead ball.
Well, it looks very much like he's taken this on. From this distance, it's pretty inviting.
And this is Bale. He is just caressing the ball. And that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Tchouaméni has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Ronaldinho. It's Eto'o! And that's in! 2 up now, and then... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Montenegro desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition, I would have loved to play with someone like this behind me. Time and time again, he's shown he's just the best at organising the defence. What a communicator.
Yaya Toure. Oh, that's delightful. And this is Pele.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Araujo. And it's Michel Platini. Rijkaard. Tries to pass it through. Rummenigge gets into a good position. Oh, nice touch. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Neymar. Well, that looks a decent ball. Delivers with whip. And he's there to clear it. Good read, needed to be. Vitinha. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just...
De Bruyne! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. So we're still where we started right now. And the pass is intercepted. Tchouaméni. And it's Vitinha.
BG Patham United definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Rummenigge. De Jong. He won't be happy with that one. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Van Nistelrooy. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Alvarez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Yaya Toure. Quality ball. Ødegaard. Approaching the half-hour mark. Great vision. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Alvarez with a real chance here. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Alvarez! Platini can so cleverly bypass the press. Rummenigge is wide and looking to get onto this. Chouameni. And Guardiol. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ruben Dias. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Alvarez. Alvarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rijkaard. Van Dijk. And it's Michel Platini. Looking to play him in. Rummenigge looking to receive it in space. Ødegaard. And he's had it nicked away. Yaya Touré looking for the run. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now that's well seen too. Pele. Vitinha.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Alvarez. Aimed beyond the defence. He's had a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
There will be 1 minute added time.
De Jong. It's an inviting looking ball, that. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Hello attendees, this is
Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're underway for the second half. So the first half brought no goals. More and more pressure on the ball here. Van Dijk. And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Platini. And it's De Jong. Pele going after that. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, good spread. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that's played in low. Rummenigge is onto this. It's anyone's ball now. And it's made its way to him. And that's a throw-in. And it's Van Dijk. Now it's Platini. It's Pele! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
That's really well manoeuvred. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Pele. Ødegaard. Nicely weighted ball. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Can he get it through? Takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution on the field.
And we have our very first corner.
Pele. Number 10, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 19, Platini. Number 9, Neymar. Coming on the field, number 21, Mbappe. Number 18, Bale. Number 5, Mateus. Number 15, Bellingham.
Shapes to
Substitution
shoot!
in progress.
Again, a brilliant save.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
De Jong, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. What a throw in. And that was nowhere near his best. Mbappe, and the finish! And yes, it's there! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
You felt it was coming. 1-0. And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
pinches it off him. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
It's just beyond his reach. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And across it goes. Mateus.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
It's a promising position. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That's a quick free kick. Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's in on goal. That is lovely. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that's another good win of the ball. That is good progress on the left. And it's Bale.
BG Patham United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Vardiol. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And there goes the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.